Claude Fable 5 has completely transformed how I do my tax and bookkeeping. The model is especially impressive with its ability to run long horizon agentic work. So naturally, I give it access to my current bookkeeping automation, and I pointed out several weak points and made major updates. I've also transformed my setup into a plug and play template. So I will show you how you can install it and customize to your own business, even if you're not technical. Let's go. First, if you never created any automation with Claude, I just want to point out one thing. When I say system, when I say automation, all it is folders and files on your desktop. Claude is this powerful coding agent that can do tasks, create folder file, create scripts, write up instruction guide for you on your desktop. And that's all you need, because then the coding agent can read through your folders and file and take action on your behalf. So you can see here I have a folder called Bookkeeper, and within that I have a tools folder which contains all the Python scripts that Claude Code generated. I also have a workflow folder, and in there are all the instruction files that Claude Code has created for me, just by me describing what I'm trying to accomplish, what I'm trying to create, and all the context I provide. It's able to do all that setup for me. And another thing I want to point out is this skill folder. Skill is a reusable set of SOP. So essentially any workflow that you've had, like creating invoice where you do it often, you can tell Claude to convert that into a skill so that it can trigger this set of workflow in sequence more efficiently. Now, very quickly, I want to tell you what are some of the automations this bookkeeping automation project is able to do. First, whenever I need an invoice to be created, I just go to Claude Code and say, I need you to create an invoice for this customer, this amount, and this item. Or I can type /invoice, because invoice has been already converted into a skill, which means there's this special trigger command that you can give it to Claude Code, and it just knows what to do step by step. So I type /invoice, I give it the information, and then it takes over completely. What it does now is it first matches the customer inside of the registry, so it has a history of all the customer that I've worked with, and it pulls the billing address, currency, applies the tax rule, and by the way, if the customer doesn't exist, it will come back and ask you to provide that information for the first time. And then from there, it's going to generate your branded PDF invoice. It's going to upload it to G Drive. For me, that's my process because I don't use QuickBooks. My database is Google Drive, where I upload all my files. And then it's going to log my invoice line, which essentially rows inside of my ledger. And my ledger in this case is inside of Google Sheet, which is also completely created by Claude Code. And lastly, it creates journal entries, which is also just rows inside of my Google Sheet ledger. And then I have my month-end process. So in this case, again, I type /command month-end and the month I'm trying to close. You can do this every month or every other month, depends on the volume you have. And then I drop in the bank statement, credit card statement, because most banks do not allow direct pull using an API. I will manually drop in the file inside of my desktop because everything is in the folders and files. And then Claude takes over from there. The first thing it does is a post payment platform API, because you could have Stripe, Wise, and those platforms allow API. It brings in all the statement from there, understands everything, dedupe everything, and then do a matching with everything from the statement with everything on the ledger. For example, if you have received a statement, then it will go in and mark that corresponding open invoice as paid, and it will categorize all the expenses based on the credit card statement you've dropped. If it's unsure about the merchant, it will come back and ask you questions. It records the journal entry inside of my ledger. It will also perform bank reconciliation, so it will change the status from unreconciled to reconciled inside of your ledger. I've skipped a couple steps because you could also have salary or dividends being recorded, so all of that can also be taken into consideration. Now, I've pushed my project onto GitHub, and if you don't know what GitHub is, essentially it's a cloud storage space for any coding related project. Now, to access this link, you will find this resource inside of my community. I will leave the link inside of my description. All you need to do is copy this link. And by the way, let me just quickly walk you through the README document, and you can see what the project is, what it does. You can see the layer that I have built, as well as some of the skills it has. Once you paste this inside of Claude, you essentially are getting this entire project of folders and files set up on your desktop. Once you have the desktop version, just go to code. To get things set up, all you need to do is first create a brand new folder. I'm just gonna put it on my desktop. I'm gonna create a new folder, call it Bookkeeper Demo. Now my Claude Code is pointing at that folder. So from here, all I need to do is paste in that GitHub link and just say, set up this project for me. And if you come onto this 3 dots on the side, you should be able to see files. If you open this up, you essentially are able to see the folders and file it creates on this side panel. So it'll be really helpful. Now you can see each time when I'm trying to perform the action, it's asking me to approve. I usually like to change this to bypass permission. And if you don't have that enabled, it will bring you to this setting page and then just go ahead, toggle this on. I've never run into any issue with bypass permission. As long as you're not running long agentic work and giving it all the read and write permission to every single software you have, then I really don't think there's gonna be anything wrong with it. So let me change it to bypass permission here a lot once. I just quit my Claude Code and restart it, and then now I'm able to change that to bypass permission and then just keep going. So that interrupted the project and letting it to pick up where it left out. So now it's done. It's first asking you to run the onboard skill. So if you go to the very first folder here and then go to skill, and this .claude just means that this is a configuration folder. The period in front of it usually means that this is a hidden folder. So it's usually a system and configuration folder. So inside of here, you can see there are all the skills I have. And if I go to onboard, I have an instruction guide that tells Claude how to go through the onboarding setup with you. And you can see in here, there are a couple interview questions to get information and context from you in terms of your entity, your revenue, expense, preferences, the exact guidance that Claude Code will follow. I can just say yes, go ahead, or you can type /bk onboard, and you can see now it's running the onboarding skill. Okay, it failed to run the skill because I have to trigger it by typing out the command. And so this is user invoke only. So I'm just gonna type this out. And client name, let's just say kind of happy house. Just give it a random name. The very first file that Claude always read is the claude.md file. It makes sense, right? Because each time the coding assistant is not gonna go through every single file and read the entire document. So it will take a look at the claude.md and figure out, okay, where do I look at next? Inside of claude.md, it tells exactly what each folder contains and what it should run when user first set this up. Okay, now you're just gonna go through this set of setup question and it will gather the context from you. Please give it as much context as you can, even if it's outside of these questions. If there's something that you think about that you think it would be good for it to know, please tell it. For example, early on, one of the mistakes that I made is I only have one bank that I work with. So I just said, okay, this is my bank. And then I quickly realized, you know what, I also do receive money into Wise and Stripe. And those are the information that it needs to know because it also means that it needs to map different chart of accounts for those payment platforms. Each one of our situations is going to be unique. For example, I don't use QuickBooks, but for you, you might be migrating from an existing ledger, or you probably want to just link it to QuickBooks instead of creating Google Sheet as your ledger. So let Claude Code know about all of that, and it's able to cater the entire setup based on your context. Now, I'm not going to go through this entire interview setup for the fake business, but instead I want to show you the ledger I use. You can see I have chart of account setup completely created by Claude. I have an invoice tab. This is the tab that it will log each time when a new invoice gets created. I have expenses, agency payout, tax related summaries. This is going to help my accountant to just come in here at year end, grab the things that it needs and fill in any box on my tax slip. I have income statement, balance sheet. I also have all the bank accounts. The reason I create a separate tab for this is because I want this to do the bank account reconciliation inside of here. So you can see this is all done by Claude. It automatically look at existing journal entry to find the matching journal and then set it to match. So my bank account is reconciled on a month-to-month basis. Now, if you're interested in this entire spreadsheet, let me know and I can send you the template, but this entire thing is created by Claude, so it's more than capable. Okay, now I'm going to run the invoice automation process and we're going to see what it does end to end. Here, I've changed the folder from the bookkeeper demo to my actual folder where my bookkeeping setup lives. So here I'm just going to type invoice and let's say customer name Apple, $2,000 for standard package. Okay, and now if I bring up the file, I can see my project. So you can see I have a lot more project going on here, but this is my current setup for bookkeeper automation. Realize that Apple is not currently in the customer registry, so it's asking me to provide more detailed information. Full client name is apple.inc. Billing address is 123 School Avenue, Toronto, Canada, and currency is CAD. Invoice day is today. Payment term is net 30. By the way, once you start using voice to text, you really can't go back. Even for me, I don't even write any of my email, I just talk to it. And you can see here the native voice to text function inside of Claude is really not great. It's not really able to interpret what you're saying or format it, correct any mistakes. I use Whisperflow, which is a software that I really like. I can just press down Control and say, client name is Apple Inc. Billing address is 123 School Avenue, Toronto, Canada. Currency is CAD. Invoice date is today. And payment term is net 30. So you can see here, this is a much better format, much better layout. And this really comes in handy when you do a giant word down where you have mistakes or you're rambling, or even when you say period, question mark. And this becomes super handy, especially you're doing giant word down. If you want to check them out, I'll leave a link in the description. You can get the first month for free if you sign up with my link. Okay, I'm gonna change this to bypass permission and just let it run. Perfect, that's done. Currently, I have a control in place where every action it takes, it will ask you to confirm. You can also take this out just by talking to Claude Code and say, I want you to run the entire step without coming back and confirming with me. So now you can see that what it has done is created the invoice, uploaded to G Drive, also logged that into my ledger, as well as the journal entry. So let's take a look at this PDF. This is my PDF. And if I go to my ledger, you can see that it's documented right here with the tax, as well as the Drive link also linked right here. And this is my journal entry. I have the debit and credit set recorded. This is gonna make it much easier for the system to later translate this into balance sheet and income statement. This used to be a really tedious task that I don't like to do, but now it's completely automated. So if you're interested in setting this up for your own business and personal life, the resource is in my community. I look forward to seeing you there. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one.